There are many rumors spreading quickly about Sony cameras. Even though the new top-of-the-line Sony A9 III camera was just released and settled some of the latest gossip, it has started brand new rumors in other areas. There is also a lot happening with cameras for video blogging, which is becoming the loudest and most talked about part of the industry. And with Sony focusing more on this type of camera, the rumors about Sony's plans for video creation cameras are very strong. Let's get started. The first Sony A1 camera came out at the start of 2021. We likely won't see a new version until 2025, which probably means the soonest announcement would be late next year. However, rumors about the new camera have already started. Mainly because of the release of the A9 II camera. With the top sports camera having Sony's first full-frame global shutter sensor, people are already talking that the Sony A1 II will also have a global shutter. But while the fast A9 II has a 24.6 megapixel sensor, rumors suggest the A1 II will have around a 50 megapixel sensor focused on pixel count. The Sony A7 III camera for video came out in October 2020. This means a new version is long overdue, though you could argue it already got 3 new versions with the Sony FX3, FX6, and ZV-E1 cameras, which have the same sensor, and the last to have nearly the same features. Luckily, there are rumors that the long-awaited next version will be released in 2024, apparently later in the year, which would match the October launch of the previous model. Some hard-to-believe rumors suggest it may not have 8K video, which would be unusual for Sony's top video camera, and that it will have a new dual-layer sensor. Could this actually mean it will have a global shutter sensor like the A9 II? The latest rumor is that it could have a new 40 megapixel sensor, a huge jump in resolution from the previous model. There have been long-standing rumors that another FX camera is coming, and the current talk is that it will be the FX3 II. However, what's really interesting is the suggestion that we might get an FX3 II instead of an A7 IV, rather than in addition to it. Whether both cameras actually come out or not, it's very likely they will share the same core technology, since the FX3 and FX6 were essentially repackaged versions of the A7 III. Whether Sony decides to keep the A7S series going or combine it with the FX3 line's mix of video creation and cinema features will be very interesting. Rumors from China suggest the new camera will have a 12 megapixel global shutter sensor, which seems quite unbelievable to me. When it comes to camera rumors, information passed around in China is about as reliable as the stereotype suggests, but since Sony is investing in global shutter tech, it's not impossible. Not much is known about the new version that will come after the 2021 Sony A7 IV camera. But there are rumors that the A7V will be announced at the end of this year. And there has been talk from multiple sources that it could have a 49 megapixel sensor. This would certainly be a big increase from the 33 megapixels of the previous model. It would also be very close to the 45 megapixel Canon EOS R5 and Nikon Z8 cameras, but not quite as high as the 61 megapixel Sony A7 RV. The Sony A60-200 camera is expected to come out in the summer. It is said to have the same high-quality 26 megapixel image sensor as the Sony A60-700. Apparently, this sensor will also be used in the new ZV-102 camera shown above. However, one question is, do Sony or consumers really want or need both the A60-200 and A60-700 cameras? If you've been hoping for a more affordable option compared to the expensive Leica Q3 camera, you may get lucky soon. The website Sony Rumors has speculated that Sony could bring back its line of full-frame compact cameras with a new model called the RX1, which would be the first new one since the RX1R2 from 2016. Compact cameras have been making a comeback lately, thanks to options like the Q3 and Fujifilm X100V, so it would be interesting to see what kind of compact camera Sony releases. So that was all about the upcoming Sony camera lineup. This looks to be a video-centric year in the form of new A7S, FX, and ZV cameras. What do you think? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section below.